All right, we're going to kick off our media availability this afternoon with Ryan Newman, driver of the number 6 Acorns Ford. And Ryan, obviously, you always enjoy coming home to Indiana, but this race is obviously an important one for you. Talk a little bit about your team's plan going into the weekend.
Just to perform, enjoy it. There's a lot of teams that would like to be in our situation. There's a lot of teams that are better than our situation, but there's also a lot of teams that would love to be fighting for a playoff berth, and just do what we can to be the best we can with our Acorns Ford and enjoy the race. And it is home for me. Lots of friends and family. Get a chance to go run the Silver Crown car tonight out at IRP, and a lot of things going on, but you know, that's just part of it, and I definitely enjoy it.
All right, we'll take questions now for Ryan. If you have one, please raise your hand, state your name and affiliation, and we'll get a microphone to you. All right, we'll start with Claire and then come up front.
Claire Beeline, Sirius XM NASCAR Radio. A lot of the young drivers here in Xfinity that I talked to yesterday were like trying not to be overwhelmed when they first come to Indianapolis because of the history and everything. Do you remember first coming here and how you felt, and did you have to have extra focus for that or not? And then what makes this track tough?
I mean, I think there's a lot of guys that come here that are young that have never been here, if that makes any sense. And then there's a lot of guys that have been here but never got a chance to race. And I was one of those guys, so I understood more so the, you know, history, the relevance, everything about the Speedway, and watched Indy races and things like that to make a better understanding for myself of what to expect. But I think it's totally different when you get out there on the racetrack. And I think that my first experiences were at a test, and I had a lot of fun. And then we came back here, and we had fast race cars, no doubt. But we came back here, and I think we had a practice session on Thursday or something like that, just a one-off practice session, really quick 30-minute practice session, and we were P1, and that was all the confidence I needed to go into that weekend, you know, 18 years ago, whatever it was. So you know, I think that you can overcome that inexperience really quick with some confidence is my answer.
All right, up front here.
Steve Schweitzer.
You're on.
Okay, Steve Schweitzer with Alaska Press. Ryan, a little contact with Daniel Suarez last week. Was it just racing, no big deal, or
Are you
something?
assuming I made contact with him or he made contact with me?
I didn't say. Was it no big deal, or is it something you guys needed to talk about?
That's racing. But I said, this is what I said afterwards. You know, everything kind of cycles in our sport. What comes around goes around, and it's it is what it is. I mean, I don't think he meant to turn me around, but he turned me around. So you know, it's just racing. I get it. Whether he plowed through me like Kenseth did at Logano, or just took the air off me, or whatever, it's racing. And you know, I don't have any intentions going into this race other than do the best I can for our team.
All right, we have Dustin and Holly. Both have a question. Dustin, go ahead.
Dustin Long, NBC Sports. Regardless of what happens this weekend, you've talked about this as kind of a rookie team and everybody being together for the first time. What does this group need to do moving forward to where you're not in this position a year from now?
Win, which is the easy answer. Just keep progressing as a team. You know, we've talked about it a little bit personally, but our team is so new. It's newer than I ever experienced my rookie season. And that's huge, I think, with all the changes that we had in our sport in the offseason. I think was underestimated by me, and a huge change to tackle. And I feel like we've done a good job, but to answer your question, just go out there and continue to progress to make our cars go faster. I think we've had some good strategy, good pit stops, you know, good moves on the racetrack, all those types of things. With those good things, we need to turn into great things, and you know, keep progressing as a team. And you know, those experiences will hopefully build a notebook that we can carry into next year and you know, be more successful.
All right, Holly, go ahead.
Holly Kane, the NASCAR Wire Service. How much confidence are you able to take into your situation as a veteran, as somebody that's kind of been here before, needing to race into the playoffs? I mean, does that change your approach? Can you sleep a little easier tonight maybe than somebody else that hasn't, gone through this before?
I think yes. I think I'm like one level beyond veteran now. I think that I'm like senior veteran. But because not only have I been around the sport for a long time, but I've experienced the pushes and the pulls and the ups and the downs of the playoffs, and making your way in, racing your way in, and not making it and making it. And I think that no matter what, I'm going to sleep because I'm going to be tired after the Silver Crown race. But it's a great opportunity to go out and have fun. There's so many kids out there that I've been a part of in my racing career, and watched, whether it was over at the dirt track Wednesday and Thursday, that want to be in my seat. So I appreciate that more so than I ever did.
All right, we have a couple questions. We'll start up here up front and then go to the back. Go ahead.
I'm Cody out of Northview High School, coming in on the bubble this weekend.
Aren't you supposed to be in school?
I got a...
Oh, yeah. It used to be being Friday.
Yeah. But
You do this for 19 years, the calendar doesn't matter anymore.
coming in this weekend, is there any way, being on the bubble, that you look at this weekend any differently? Like, do you approach it cautiously, or do you come in at an aggressive standpoint?
Both, and always both. I think that, to me, this race is no different than when the green flag dropped for the Daytona 500. You got just as many opportunities and points to gain as you do to lose, and it's the same for everybody. And you can't try to make up in one race what you didn't accomplish in the first 25. So, we're in a position where we're break even with one. We've got to race another, and we got to keep our eyes on the one behind us. And I mean, that's really no different than it was in Daytona. We just need to go out there and do our job and try to win. And if we can't, take the best position we can take, and keep in mind that we're racing for something more than just one race. We're racing for the next 10.
All right, we're going to take one final question for Newman before we start with Clint. Go ahead.
Zach Tanswetti, kickingthetires.net. When it comes to information that you're going to want to know throughout the race, are you a driver who wants to know where Suarez, Boyer, and Jimmy are running, or are you rather not ask for those updates and just not focus on that during the race?
I want to be able to know where they're at, whether it's in front of me or behind me, but in the end, it doesn't matter. It's something that's kind of just lies in your consciousness. But, I mean, if I can't get to them, I can't get to them. If I got them behind me, I want to keep them behind me, and that's just the facts of it. So I think you kind of subconsciously want to know those things, but in the end, you can't really do anything about it. Otherwise, you'd lap the field 22 times.
All right, Ryan, we
All
wish
right.
you the best of luck this weekend. Thank you for
Thank you.
joining us so quickly after practice.